Hello and welcome to another tutorial. In today's video we are going to be going over how to make split paths or even how to make off to the side paths that you can use to heal up, like the classic heal strips section that you can make in like F-Zero, or do like something like a split path. And in today's video I'm going to be kind of showing you how you can kind of do this, and you're going to need to start off with using 4 points, with having extra points in between the sections to kind of help make the sections feel more natural, make them look pretty good. I'm basically going to kind of replicate how you can kind of do the classic pit style on F-Zero tracks. So normally there's like the pit section on the lefts and rights off of a section like a straightaway. So we're going to go over kind of how to do it. You can kind of use a similar method for a lot of other stuff, but I will be making another video on how to kind of do like different aesthetics and different types of themes. But I'm still waiting for some of my tracks to get released, and when I do release them, then I will have have the video go up once I've recorded it to kind of show other examples. But just for this one, we're going to be kind of using the similar method that you can apply to other things, which would be using centering and obviously widening up certain sections of the track. Now, this is going to allow you to do a lot of different things like putting in pits, putting in patches of dirt, maybe even put like a section that has capsules off to the side, or something off to the side, or maybe make it so going through the middle, there's some sort of obstacle where it means you kind of have to go around using that same method. So here's how to do it. What you're going to want to do, you can put this at any point in your track, but what you're going to do is basically put 3 points and 3 points, a good distance or however long you want the strip to be. In this case, I'm making it a pretty decently sized distance, but I think we maybe even could shorten it up, but we'll do that at the end. You can always play around with it at the end and move stuff around however you please. So basically, once you put your 3 points down, then we're going to use the widening tool with a width. I like to grab both at the same time, and then you can do it however you like. In this case, I'm only going to increase it by 2.5. So I'm going to go from 12.5 to 15. And same over here. I'm going to do 12.5 to 15. Once I've done this, then you're going to go over to more, go to centering, and what you're going to want to do is usually center them to about 25, sometimes it's only 20. You kind of have to play around with it, see. So in this case, maybe 15 will work. Yeah, I think 15 is going to work for this specific setup. Now, I think I might actually add a little bit extra width because I don't like the way it came out. So in this case, I'm going to add another of 3.5. So I've now gone to 16.5, and then same thing, go to your centering. Go ahead and play with it as it would be good. And I think 25 would be good there. Now, it can leave a little bit of a little weird lip here, but again, you can always play around with it how you please. You can do the 25. This is gonna how it's going to look with the 25. Maybe that looks a little bit better. So you know what? We'll run with this. So what I'm going to do now, go down to my terrain, go to my heel strip, or whatever piece you want to use, and only apply it to the 2 here. Well, you don't need to apply it to the 2 on this one, only just at the end here. Right, so what I've done is I've basically added in an extra point right after this point, and I've basically given it the same width, could do 0.1 lower, and I've given it the same centering. What this is going to allow you to do is get you that similar style of heel section that you get out of F-Zero tracks. And now it is complete, and I can go ahead and test it out. And as you can see, it works pretty well. You have a whole bunch of room on the side. Put whatever else you want to do. I like to put sometimes capsules. You'll even see in some of the dev tracks, the main developer does put capsules in on the sides. So you line them up however you want, however you see fit. And now you have a section that you can either take capsules or you can take the heel section. You can always extend the heel section more, and of course you can widen this even more to however much you want. And yeah, now you have a nice straight heel section with the classic F-Zero style. And of course you can do much more with this. In this case, I'm going to take away capsules. I'm going to take away, actually I'll leave the terrain in there. We're going to go ahead and use some dirt. And just kind of do the same thing. So maybe for this, I want this to be on the right, or I can keep it in the middle, so I can either make it so I have the option to go around this way or go into the pits and kind of just, go pit or go past and maybe put in like a boost pad and some capsules. You can kind of create split paths this way too. Since currently there is no way for the AI to actually take regular split paths, this is kind of like an alternative. You can widen the track and create split paths doing this. So I think it's a pretty good way of creating a split path, and you can kind of do it this way. And then of course you also have the option where you can just throw this onto the right, and then now you'll make it so you are forcing the racers to have to go to this side section here. When you go to test the track, you can go through the dirt, but you'll end up getting slowed down. So you'd have to move to the side, and then you can move back over. The AI will actually follow this rule, so don't worry about the AI not following the rule. Sometimes they will just dart through the dirt, but normally if there's obstacles in the middle, they usually will pick left or right. But even if you have something like this, they will actually sometimes, for the most part, go to the left, but sometimes they might feel daring and actually power through it. So you can kind of play around however you see fit. This is just kind of one example that I've used. And yeah, I think it's pretty awesome. It definitely makes the creativity of the tracks much more cooler. It adds a lot of variety. But again, you can do it however you want. And however you see fit in your track. Heck, you could even put a ramp over here, make this a flat, consistent section here. Put a ramp right here and across, or a fly section, because you're flying over this dirt patch or something. However you want to create stuff, this is kind of how you do it. So that's going to be it for this tutorial on how to create split paths, and I guess even just the heel sections, the classic heel sections. So yeah, that's going to be it for this tutorial. Again, if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments below, or if you want to see any other types of tutorials, please also leave them down below, and I will try to do my best to respond or make a video on them if they seem to be big enough. And anyways, that's going to be it, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.